Hey, good morning, guys. Seton HVAC. It is Friday, August 16th, 2024. Sorry, I got a raspy voice. I think my allergies are getting to me lately. So, anyway, I'm just sitting here waiting for my brother to pick me up this morning. It's about 7 o'clock. I'm still trying to wake up, so bear with me here. My truck broke down. So my brother's coming to pick me up. I'm going to be doing some van shopping this weekend. So I think I'm going to probably look for a small box truck, like a 12-footer or 14-footer. I don't know if I want to go 16, just because some of the roads around here, it's kind of tough to navigate that big of a truck. I don't envy the guys that do it around here. So yeah, I'm going to be looking in the market for that. I'm going to see what I can find. I prefer private parties because they're a little more willing to negotiate with you. Some of the dealers around here are pretty greedy, so I'm gonna do some looking around tomorrow and Sunday and see what I can come up with. And you know, going over to the Portland area is not out of the question either, even though I hate going over there. So yeah, we're gonna go finish up that relocation job finally. I'm gonna show you guys how to step by step do a commissioning and start up on that. Basically just got to clean up the outside unit, seal up a couple holes, and then do that. And then we're probably going to head out to Prineville. I'm not sure yet. The customer didn't get back to me, so it might be a nice easy Friday, which I really like. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll get you some shots of how to properly start up a Bosch 20 SEER heat pump. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're back. We're going to get that hole sealed up. We're going to get this line all cleaned up. We're going to get our thermostat wires landed. And, you know, like I told you yesterday, or showed you yesterday, we got the factory charge already dumped in this. I'm going to go ahead and just fire it up. I'll show you how we do that and how you're supposed to charge these. But let's get all this done first, and we will start the startup procedures. Alright, guys, I got everything to clean this up. So I got my drill to take the panel off. I got my snips, I got my wire strippers, my wire nuts, my white wire ties, my white duct tape, and my caulking to fill the hole in. So let's get started. Alright, guys, I got the line all cleaned up here. So I went ahead and my 2-wire sensor, which sits up there, I went ahead and just wire nut it together, and I just shoved it down into the crawl so it's accessible. We can just silicone the hole, that way my wire nut connection is not outside. And then one thing you always want to do with your thermostat wire is put it on the underside so the sun's not hitting it, even though it's pretty shaded over here. And then I'm going to take this whip, and I'm just going to take a couple of wire ties, and I'm kind of stuck with what my electrician gave me. I'm going to stick that nice to there. And yeah, still got to wire up my 4 connections in here, but I'll show you how that's done. So I'll show you when I get that done. Alright, guys, I got the electrical whip all wire tied to the cabinet there just fine. And then let me show you how this goes. So typically we use orange for a reversing valve, but on the Bosch units and also the Rheem product, they use B, so they use a blue wire. So you do orange to blue, and then obviously your yellow to yellow. Let me get that closer for you. And then your white to white, that's your defrost. That'll trigger your heat when this thing goes into defrost. And then they use brown for common, so we always use blue. So you do blue to brown. I know it kind of throws you off because you do blue to orange and then brown to blue, but it is what it is. So what I'll do is I'll tuck these in there, put a nice wire tie on them, so when you put the door on, you don't mess with them. And we're ready to fire this guy up. Okay, guys, she's powered up. I got the scale, refrigerant. Matt's grabbing the gauges. He forgot to grab them. So the way this works is you got to wait for this thing to kick on and cooling. So we have a delay on the thermostat, we have a delay on this board, so it'll take it a while for it to come on. So once it's on and it's in cooling, got to make sure our line's getting cold. What you do is there's a button right here, it's second dip switch, or second little push button over. You just quick hit it, and that puts it into force mode. Then you got to wait 20 minutes to check charge. And I'll show you in the book how we do that. I showed you at my house, but we'll get a little more in depth this time. I might just write the numbers down so it's easier that way. It's hard to read that book. Okay guys, got the gauges on here, just waiting for her to kick on. When it's not running, I believe it shows your outdoor temperature, so it's real cool. It's only 62 degrees, but by the time we charge this thing up, we should be warm enough. So just waiting for her to kick on, and we'll weigh some charge in. I'll probably weigh in about 18 ounces or so, so it's a little low, and then we'll dial it in from there. Alright guys, a couple things I want to note here. So whenever I insulate these lines, always leave yourself enough so you can get your temp probe on there. So don't go all the way to your valve, or you have to struggle to push this back. Alright guys, so you can see we have no subcooling. I haven't weighed anything in yet. This is just the factory charge, and I told you the line set's 50 feet. So the way we do this is, Matt, flip that valve on. No, the valve. There you go. No, wait. Okay, go ahead and flip that on. Okay, go ahead and put it on the scale. No, upside down. Upside down. Yes, upside down. Okay, just like that. And what we're going to do is we want to purge all the air out of the line. So once you see refrigerant coming out, right like that, then you can close it back. Now we're good. We won't get any air in our line. So we're going to go ahead and weigh in our, I'm going to go start with probably about 18 ounces like I said, and see what that puts our subcooling at. Another thing I want to note too guys is when you're letting your refrigerant into the system, don't open your valve all the way. Let it in slowly. You don't want to slug the compressor, so just let it in very, very slowly as you're letting it in. So we're going to go up to 18 ounces for now. I'll be back when we're there. Okay guys, I just let in the 18 ounces. Obviously we're still low, as you can tell, but we're going to go grab the paperwork and see where it wants these numbers to be. Obviously we're going to want a subcooling 8 to 10 depending on that chart. It'll slowly rise. We just let it in, so let's just do it slowly and surely. And it's had a little time to stabilize, but obviously we are still low, so let's pump some more juice in it. All right guys, we got 23 ounces in here now, and she's slowly going up. It's kind of cool in the house. It was only 67, so probably just going to call it good. I know our line set's only 50 feet, but I also do know that sometimes the manufacturers kind of screw you on the refrigerant charge. They say it's good for 15 feet, but I have them vary. They're never consistent, so we're going to let it run a little bit. I might pop a little bit more inner, but look at our VSAT. It's only 31 degrees, but like I said, we have low temperatures inside, and it's pretty cool today. It's still the morning, so kind of just like my system. I might just weigh it in and come back on a hotter day or something, or just check it before we leave here today. We'll see. So it's probably just low load conditions, but if you look at this, so we got 102 on our suction line pressure, and we got 38, 39 degrees-ish on our suction line temperature. So if you go over to the chart here, so lowest on the chart, because we have cool outdoor temperatures and cool indoor, so it's the lowest on this chart here, barely on it. So suction temp of 40 at a 10 degree subcool, 97, 101 to 8. So we're looking pretty good. I'm not going to pump any more inner. I'm sure that superheat will rise and that subcooling will rise a little bit when we get some load in there. So we'll give it a little more time. I'm going to let it run, and we're not in any hurry. And let's see what things stabilize out here in about half an hour or so. So you can see what our unit's on. See that little sideways T looking thing? It's for force mode. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but yeah, we're going to let it roll. We're at 4 degrees subcooling right now. You can see the low pressures for a 410A system. That's low load indoor and outdoor. So let's let things heat up a little bit, and we'll come back to it. All right, guys, I got 24 ounces in it. I think we're going to leave that and call it good, and probably double check it on a day where it's warm again. You know, we just happen to be finishing this one off when it's cooler. So I'm going to leave it there, and we'll double check the charge when we can. So just want to show you this. So what was I going to show you? Okay, yeah, so I got this all wire tied nice there and clean. I'm going to take it out of force mode, take all my stuff off of here. I got my hole sealed over there with my Volcom, and yeah, everything's looking good. We'll get the panel on here, and we'll go get, actually let's go get a temp split on it too and see where we're at with that. I'm sure it's good, but let's go get our temperature split and see what's happening there. You can see we got, you know, some of it's stuck in the gauges, so that's not, it's about 1 pound 8 ounces is what we got in there. So let's go inside and get some temps. All right, guys, she's all buttoned up. Everything's looking good. I'm gonna still need to go inside and get temperatures, which we're gonna do. One thing I forgot, and this is because I'm not in my truck, is the locking caps, the anti-huffer caps. We need 3 of them for these, so I'll have to come back and do that. It's looking like I'm gonna have to come back and get a check anyway, so it is what it is. I'm gonna be doing some van shopping this weekend, so hopefully I'm back 100% here soon. So let's go inside and get some temps. All right, let's see what our return temp is here. Our return grill's way up there, so I'm just, my probe's right there. It's close enough. So we're about 62. That's nice and cool in here. It's been bouncing between 62 and 63, and our thermostat says 64. So let's hope our supply temp's somewhere between 40 and 44, somewhere in there. Even if it's upper 30s, we're still going to be good. Look how nice and cool it is in here, guys. I'm loving this weather change. It's even cool outside too. So let's go get our supply temps. Beautiful. Look at that loveliness, guys. 39.8, 40 degrees. Oh, don't you want that blowing in your house? Man, these Bosch heat pumps are awesome. I know every system will do this, but man, at the efficiency that these run at, and what they'll do down to these low temperatures, like in heating, on the heating side, it's just amazing. My one at home, I have it set for to heat only with the heat pump down to 15 degrees. And when we had those temperatures last winter, when it was 0 for like 4 days, it maintained 68, 70 degrees in my house, no problem, without any backup heat. So pretty awesome system. Yep, 40 degree air, loving it. So this is good. We're gonna do a final little video here and wrap this up for today. We gotta wait for the homeowner, the wife, to get home to show her how to set up her Wi-Fi on the thermostat, and then we're out of here. All right, we're heading out. We decided not to wait for the wife to get home, since I gotta come back and put those locking caps on and get a check from them. And then at that time I will show her how to set up the Wi-Fi on her phone if she can't figure it out. I mean, it's pretty easy to do. So yeah, finally pretty much a wrap on this. I just got to run back here one more time for I would call it administrative stuff. No more work has to be done. I didn't show you, I got all those holes all caulked up, the indoor and outdoor. Everything's all cleaned up nice. Customer's happy. I got all the paperwork together for them. So yeah, that's a wrap on another Bosch heat pump. So next week, I told you we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go back out to that house that has that old Rheem heat pump. We're gonna pull that whole split system out, and they're getting a Bosch M20 20-SEER heat pump and a Honeywell zoning system, 2 zones, upstairs and downstairs. That's gonna be an interesting one. We're basically gonna go down there and gut the entire crawl space of the plenums, a lot of the ducting, because I got to do a lot of configuring to get it adapted to zoning. So that'll be fun. So I'll be looking forward to that next week. And as per usual, I'll have some training videos for you this weekend at the shop. So be looking out for those. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow.